Hey there everybody, the Tribal Butterfly is back again. Okay, so today I have another huge amount of questions from viewers. Hopefully this time I can get through them all in one part. So I'm going to jump into them right now because I want to make sure I fit this all in one video. So my first questions come from Digital 200. And Digital 200 has a lot of this or that kind of questions where I pick one or the other. So first is Degrassi or Instant Star. I think you probably meant to say Degrassi or Instant Star. Now, I'm assuming you mean the new Degrassi and Instant Star. I have never watched Instant Star. I don't really watch TV. We don't have cable in our house by choice. And I've never watched the new Degrassi. I would have to say the old Degrassi because I loved the old Degrassi. Not so much when I was little. I watched it and I was like, ew. But then when I grew up and I watched it again, I was like, I like this show. And it's Canadian. So yes, I'm definitely going to say the old Degrassi. So that answer is going to have to count. Next question, PSP or DS? I've never played the PSP and I did play the DS, so I have to say DS. Spaghetti or lasagna? Lol, food, not clothes. I don't know what you mean by the clothes part. I only know it as a food, and I'm Italian, so I definitely know it as a food. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to pick lasagna just because I really love al forno pastas, and there's less chance of me making a huge mess all over myself with lasagna than spaghetti. Beef or pork? I actually prefer chicken. But in this case, I'm going to have to say beef because I don't really like to eat pork. And my doctors say I have to have a lot of red meat in my diet because it'll help me get better. So since that has the health factor, I'm going to say beef. Hot tea or iced tea? That's hard. I guess I have to go for iced tea because you can drink that pretty much any old time of the day. Whereas hot tea, I feel like I have to be in the mood for it. And if I'm in the mood for some hot drink, it's probably hot chocolate, so I'm going to say iced tea. Pokemon or Digimon? Okay, you know what? I was the hugest Pokemon fan when it first came out. I was like, there was Pikachus all over my house because I loved Pikachu. And, but at the same time, Digimon had, I feel, a really good storyline. It was one of those shows that I actually watched it 2-3 seasons in, whereas Pokemon, after Brock left, I really had no more love for the show. I just didn't like when they changed the characters. But with Digimon, even though when they changed the characters, I still liked them. So it's hard. I guess I'm going to have to say, I don't know. Digimon is my favorite of the two. Plane or boat? I've answered this before. I can't really decide because I really like them both. Sorry. MP3 or radio? I have not listened to the radio since probably ever. I'm not really a radio person, so MP3s. I can choose what I want when I want it and repeatedly if I want it, so MP3s. Mary Kay or Avon? I actually do not use makeup that much. I definitely don't use either of those. Yeah, I don't know. Probably L'Oreal? Maybelline? I don't know. A lot of my makeup when I was growing up was passed down to me from my mom, so it's a lot of old lady makeup. Basically, whatever looks like what I want and isn't that expensive, that is what I buy. So those are the this or that questions from Digital 200. Thanks, Digital. My next group of questions comes from Fangirl96, and these questions are, let's see how much you remember. So I have to think back to when I was little to answer these questions, so I'll do my best. Who was your best friend? In elementary school, my best friends were Daniela, Curly, and Velma. And in high school, my best friend was Taya. I'm not going to say last names because privacy. Did you buy your lunch? No, I always brought lunches home from home. And I barely ever bought my lunch because, I don't know, I've always been kind of a cheapskate. And my mom made huge good lunches, so, you know, I'm gonna eat them. Skipped school? No, I've never skipped school. Unless I was sick. That's not technically skipping. Did you get suspended or expelled? Never. I've never been suspended or expelled. What was your favorite class? Art. Definitely art. I loved art. Art, and I hated gym. I hated it, I hated it, I hated it. I'm not a very active person. What was your school's name? I'm not going to answer that one because I feel it crosses the too personal line, so I'm going to skip that one. But I will say that our school mascot was a dragon. Would you go back if you could? I wouldn't go, well, I would go back just to look at it, but I don't think it would be a very good experience to go back to either elementary school or high school. Even though I had good experiences, I really just think it's a bad idea because there's nothing there anymore that I loved. The people are different, the walls are older, there's nothing there for me anymore, so there's really nothing there for me to go back to. So I would, but I don't think I would have as much fun doing it as I would want to. Where did you sit at lunch? A table? In a chair? Who was your science teacher in high school? My science teacher was Miss Grove, and she was awesome. I also had a couple of chemistry teachers and a biology teacher, but unfortunately I don't remember their names. I remember what they look like, but not their names. Who was your English teacher in high school? My English teacher was Mr. Videka, and I loved him because he was brilliant and like just amazingly so smart. So I loved him. I loved talking to him. He was great. Love English. Actually, I had a couple of really, really good English teachers, and oh, I feel bad I don't remember their names. Okay, my English teachers, if you see this video and I don't remember your name, I'm really sorry. Please message me and tell me how upset you are, and that we can keep in touch. Who was your social studies teacher? I don't think I ever took social studies unless it was called by a different name, so I guess this is a get out of jail free card with this question, so I don't know, I can't answer. Who was your math teacher? I don't remember. I had like 5 of them, one for each year, and I don't know. I can't remember any of their names. I'm sorry. Did you make prank phone calls? No. I thought that was stupid. Sorry. I didn't see the point. I don't really get it. Who did you like? Okay, crushes? I totally am not embarrassed to say this now. When I was little, in elementary school, I really liked a lot of guys actually. I liked Frankie, and I liked Oscar, and I liked Roger, and I liked Ray. There was a lot of guys I liked. In high school, really, there was only one guy that I really, really, really liked. His name was Adriano, and I had the hugest crush on him for like 3 years, and then one day, one of my friends went up to him and told him that I liked him, and he said that he was happier us just being friends. So that was like actually not as devastating as I thought it was gonna be. It actually worked out really well because we became really good friends after that. But, well, not really, really good friends, but it was easier to hang out with him because that whole I like you thing was gone. But, yeah, it didn't work out, and it was like the one time I ever had a crush on a guy and I didn't land him. But, I just assume it's, maybe he was gay. I don't know, is that vain? I'm sorry, but... what is your favorite year of middle school? I'm assuming you mean elementary school, in which case, grade 8, because that's when I like sang for like the whole school and it was amazing. Last question, do you still hang out with people that you did when you were in 7th grade? No. I moved right after 8th grade and I kind of lost touch with everybody until extremely recently, in last year. So no, I don't hang out with them, especially now that I've moved, but I am going back home at Christmas to Toronto and I want to try to hook up with everybody again. So maybe I'll see them then. Okay, thanks a lot for the questions, and hopefully I've stayed within 10 minutes. Talk to you later, you guys. Bye!